So, yeah, you can't exactly hype something up for 3 episodes without building at least some of it, right? Little cough there. Yeah, there's the, well, most of the reed farm. I might add to it. Right now it's, what, 8 levels high? You're going to obviously recognize it as someone else's reed farm because, well, I did something vanilla that's going to make a lot of reeds. There's no automated farming in this pack that I've figured out yet. Not that I've figured out a lot of it, but there apparently isn't. You can use drones from Mekanism. Still haven't done diddly with that either. But this isn't going to be... See, this half? Okay. Getting ahead of myself. Half of this is going to be reeds, and then the other half is going to be industrial hemp. Because as we've seen, you can, if I just come all the way down here. Oh yeah, in case you haven't noticed, yeah, I built a jetpack. Because you build a jetpack in every version of Minecraft that lets you fly. So these guys, you break the top half, the bottom half stays, regrows again, just like good old red power flax. Unfortunately, there's not as much to do with the fibers. And as it stands, I'm kind of full up on fibers. Yeah, I'll have to find some way to separate this stuff when it comes through. Yeah, I could have used Mekanism pipe. I chose not to because I want to play around with a bit more Mekanism. I think conveyor belts look cool. Hope to pick up my stuff here. I think since last episode I've built another one of these. Still doing fairly well. Nothing new up here. Still done a lot of nonsense with bees. This is the closest I've got so far with proper automation. So let me get some of this stuff out of there. Yep, got some imperial bees in here. So this is set up. It spits them all out. Some of them go back in. The comb and other products come out. This is just 3 sets of basic stuff. And I come over here and clean it out. I'm not sure. I haven't yet tried to see what happens if you hook it all up together to one system that runs things into like a centrifuge, because I don't know if this system would send drones or queens to other hives. I don't want to risk it. This one over here is just, oh, see? The moment it's got somewhere to send stuff, that's what it does. So we wound up with 9 drones, because these are full of drones. Otherwise, I'll just store them in the aviary's internal inventory. I don't have a way to, well, yeah, I don't have a way to properly sort out drones. Tried the restrictive pipe to make it something less further, to try to con it into using closer inventories. Hasn't worked. Doesn't work. I really, really miss... Right, I'm going to go to bed here real quick. I took a moment to go to the washroom. I've completely lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about... screw it. I was going to go through some stuff about bees anyway. I pulled over here. Because I'd much rather build down than build out. Built this little chunk. Oh yeah. The wintry drones. I love the fact that it essentially gives me access to another building block that I wouldn't normally get in this pack. Or at least no, I wouldn't get right here, because it doesn't snow where I am. So right now, this comes out, goes into, you can't see it, goes into some Mekanism pipes, it spits everything out like that. And yeah, I've been very, very slowly doing the kind of thing you do. Oh, I'm out of wood again. When you get into forestry, is that you invest in bees so you may further invest in bees. I know. I could stop anytime I want. Anytime. I can stop doing bees anytime I want. Okay, I let the timer set for 5 minutes. As you know, not everything grew up. And for some reason, every now and then, stuff shoots out the back, so we're going to have a little bit of loss with this system. And they're all down? Well, all down. That guy up floating around up there. Oh, I know what I was doing. No, stop. Stop. I want to see how much I'm getting here. Without feeding myself through my conveyor belt. We're at 3, 5. Yeah, I'll have to build it way higher. I intend to go with... Come on, you can do it. What do I get, half a stack? About a half a stack. A half a stack every 5 minutes. 12 to an hour. 6 stacks an hour right now? It's not a lot, is it? But I'm going to go with the biodiesel. Because as it stands, my ore processing stuff needs to be vastly upgraded. Like this here works great until I turn it all on. And then it runs out of power. And when it runs out of power, this runs out of power, and everything here starts to rot. Because it's going to rot anyway. But it was doing great until my power went down because I had all 5 of these machines running at the same time. Yeah, that's a lot of jam. We're going to build the biodiesel refinery. Well, got a refinery. We're going to build the generator. I'll have to knock out a bit more glass. And then devote a chunk of territory to all the ore processing stuff. And I actually want to take it all the way up to the max. So, what do I do ore? I'll just pick a random ore here. It should tell me anyway. Oh, it's trying to tell me forestry. That's funny. Fine. Let's do it this way. What a malachite. Malachite pile. We use malachite piles for... And as these are all the steps up, right? So that's 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 4. So then you use that to do stuff like that. Over here, copper slurry. How do I get copper on your chemical dissolution thing? It turns that into, I don't know how this works. But apparently that's like number 5. We'll go Mekanism. Should be... What's the highest here? Shards, crystals. Yeah, it's 5. But that requires all of this stuff and a giant production chain all on its own that we simply don't have the resources for in the workshop. Which means I'll probably have to move I'll have to move my chickens. Move my berries. Yum, raspberries. Oops. Oh, stop that, you. Seriously. Gimme. Yum. Yeah, we'll have to get rid of all these chickens. Probably move them. or I'll have to build another cooler, like another one of those fridges. You can tell how long it's been since I've been in there. Because I don't want all the meat to go to waste. Like it's probably going to wind up going to waste, but I'd rather save as much as I can. Also in here, I decided to spend a little time to make this guy like me. So now, I can shear all 4 of these. And you can see right there above, blah, blah, blah. There we are. They are going to be making little babies. Which is the main reason I wanted this guy in here to start with. Just for more... Again, it's only so much you can do with wool, but I need yarn for lots of other things. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I tried out the cages. Where's your cage? Nope, that's not it. You make them out of rope and other stuff. Stuff. There we are, the animal crate, which is its own mod, which I, great. So Immersive Engineering, transport. I've never tried. Wow, wrought iron. That's a cardboard box. My ass. But this thing here. I once stole a couple of cows, and the boxes are stored around here in a spot where anode cathode probably wouldn't like me to. But until I have a place to put them, they're gonna stay there. And then after that, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because I have to build. Yeah, I definitely need a barn, some kind. I gotta move all these animals out as I start to expand the technical sides of things. I also want to take. Yeah, I know. I've been wearing this jetpack ever since I managed to build the thing. I go everywhere with it. But we're gonna take this track, the old brine line. That's gonna stay there because I use that to get to. What, Enderman hanging around here. I use that to get down here, which is my main. I keep a bunch of boats there, and that gets me down everywhere else. Ooh, got a zombie somewhere too. But I want to expand that rail line by, grab these, squish. I had one of these grow in my base. They apparently regrow every summer or every spring. I did not know that. Because if they regrow every spring, they have not been regrowing in my base. Just all of a sudden there's a squash sitting there. Maybe it's because every now and then we get a reset or something, and it, the year restarts or something. But what I want to do is I want to bring this rail line probably to, I think under here. I know where all these trees are, which means I'll have to block in a bunch of stuff back there for where my animals are going to stay. And I want to run, come on, move forward. I want to run a rail line, one north and one west. I go here. So north, I got to go up here. All this brown is where I get my chert from. It's also where I'm getting my coal from, because there's no coal in a basalt biome. And I've chewed through that pretty good for it. And I can hop up here and basically go wherever I have to. I want to run one to the west. Well, no, not to the west, because I'm taking the boat that way if I go anywhere. If I go east, it gets me to this acacia biome. And this over here, I think that's limestone. I think that's salt. Pretty sure, yeah, you can tell where I haven't been in a while. But there's so many, like, all these freaking canyons and stuff to get through, and it's just a nightmare to travel. My other issue is that forestry eats up a lot of wood. Like, I mean a lot of wood. Like in order to make just things like, oh, and I'm out of everything. Like in order to make scented panels, well, not scented panels. In order to make the impregnated casings and the sticks, you need seed oil. And it might seem kind of odd that I'm doing this, given that there's no real entirely good purpose. But trust me, I have a plan. I have some stuff I want to do. Just to figure out how I'm going to do it. And on top of that, you know, I'm hooked on bees anyway, right? If you've watched any of my stuff that involves bees, I'm into bees because I like bees. I can stop bees anytime I want, honestly. So I'm going to build the other half of this. I think I'm going to have to definitely make that look a bit more interesting. Because right now it's just going to be two big clamshells. And I have to run a wall up the middle. I'm too far away for entity surrender. I may have to run a wall up the... Get off of there. Run a wall up the middle because every now and then something falls and it lands on here. Not that that helps any of the stuff that lands. Yeah, we're still getting a little bit of loss here and there. What a fair bit of loss now that I look at it. Not totally sure how to handle that. Maybe I gotta put something behind it? Yeah, if I put something back there, maybe it won't see it as a valid place to fall. I'll give that a try. And hopefully between now and then we'll have a bunch of this stuff figured out. And hopefully I won't screw up the audio like I did on the last one. Kinda sorry I did that. That was my mistake. I don't know how I managed to do it. Here I am trying to drag a channel up from absolute nothing and into obscurity. And I still can't get my sound handled. God, that's terrible, isn't it? Well, hopefully I have better luck with this one. And I will see you guys later.